Hi, I'm Cromwell Salvatera,
And I'm Nick Chia.
and welcome to the Marketing Summarized video series, where you can get the best insights in marketing, business, and pretty much just having a good working life.
In this episode, we're going to talk about why we call ourselves Marketing Summarize. Crum, over to you.
So why do we call ourselves Marketing Samurais? Well, let's break it down. We love marketing. We're marketers, and that's what we do for a living, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we worked with many businesses, hundreds of businesses before, and you and I have been successful at it, right? The second part of that one is samurais. Well, the samurais are the elite warrior of ancient Japan, right? They work hard and they spend their lives perfecting their craft, which is very Japanese, actually. By the way, for the record, we're Australians. So we're just to clarify that we're Australians. So Nick is from Melbourne and I'm from Sydney. So the samurais are literally the elite class warriors. They're not just foot soldiers. They're actually the probably in today's terms, probably SAS. You know, the Australian SAS. That's probably the closest one we got.
Mm-hmm.
And they work hard. You know, from their early lives to now. I mean, we didn't call ourselves the marketing page or the marketing squires, right? No, we are the marketing samurais because I want us to be like that. You know, I want the marketing samurais team to be of that level because I believe that our customers deserve that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'll give you an example. There are a lot of agencies, both here and abroad, especially abroad, that as soon as you sign with them and starts the business, and depending on your pay rate, um, they usually end up in sometimes in the most junior person there, right?
As in a really junior person to look after
Yeah,
the actual work done for you.
that's right. I mean, nothing wrong with it if the junior person is great and guided by senior managers there, and there's a training and there's a good onboarding process there. But having said that, if I was the customer, right? If I was the client, and I can only, let's say, afford 2K a month. Let's just say that, right? For that business, I still want my minimum 2K to end up in the hands of someone that is experienced. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That know what they're doing. Because even if that's all I've got, well, that's all I got. You know,
You want to make sure your 2000 takes you as far as it possibly
as
can.
far and as high and the results are as good as possible. You know what I mean? And one of the things I love, right, in this business is you take on smaller customers, right? Like they start in the minimum retainers, and you help them grow. And they start with, let's say, social media advertising. They start there. And then before you know it, oh, we got more revenues, we got growth. Okay, we got more gunpowder now to work with, you know. And then let's explore this. Let's explore that. And then you grow them in those avenues as well. You know, and then becomes this beautiful relationship. You know, it's symbiotic. You need each other to grow. And I believe that every customer deserves that. You know what I mean? Hence, I wanted to have a team that is on that level already. Yeah. And it doesn't need to be expensive as well, because there's a lot of good people I know, a lot of good marketers I know. They're not the most expensive ones, but they're one of the best. You know what I mean?
Because their
And
focus
that's
is on helping people.
correct. Absolutely. And they're not just there to do their jobs. They actually like doing what they do. And which reminds me, it's not easy to hire people like that because, it's not easy to find people to hire like that. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, most people just have a job, right?
That's
They
right.
go there and they work. to get paid, and that's it, right?
Correct. Correct.
Um, Maybe it's different now with COVID-19 because most people are working at home, and there's no more boundaries of the 9 to 5 boundaries are gone. Maybe that changed, but from the last, well, 16 years that I've seen in this professional marketing world, I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of that, right?
It's true. Most people turn up at their work to earn a wage, but a few are really passionate about what they do and they want to
Yeah,
be the best at what they do.
that's right. And to me, that's what being a samurai is. You know what I mean? And also, you gotta love this. A samurai has a very, very super sharp sword. It's like a giant razor. It's called a katana, or in English, katana. That's how we say it, right?
That's how I say it.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, this sword is super sharp. Yeah, it's also the state of the art as far as sword making is concerned, right?
Mhm.
And to me, that's like a metaphor, and to us, our sword is like digital marketing, right? Because for the first time in a very long time, let's say when was marketing invented? I don't know, maybe ancient Greece, when as soon as somebody put their first sign on their store, that's probably the first part. But for the first time ever, you have a tool which is called digital marketing, which has less fluff on it, right? um, where you can literally find that, okay, all the traffic came from here and it converted here, the revenue came from here. Now we know what we're doing. What can we invest more? Oh, this let's say this campaign is not working. Okay, we can switch it off immediately,
Mhm.
right? I'll give you an example with the with with let's say the print ads, right? um, if a person, let's say a junior or even a senior person, creates an ad and it got printed 65,000, there's 65,000 uh, copies there, right? What if it didn't work?
Mm.
So you printed 65,000 versions of that, or not 65,000 versions of that ad. You printed that ad 65,000. So you got no chance. You know what I mean? Because if you had one ad and it didn't work, right? With
Mhm.
digital marketing, you can have 3 ads, 4 ads, 5 ads, different combinations, right?
Mhm.
Running at the same time, right? And within 24 hours, even 48 hours, even a week, right, you can see which one's working. So you can turn off the ones that are not working and the ones that are working. And to me, that's super, super sharp.
That's actually one of the areas where a lot of people trying to do their own digital marketing fall short as well. They've
Yeah,
all heard of A/B testing, but
yeah,
very few people actually do A/B testing. They have one
yes,
ad and they run it, and if it's generating any kind of results, they stick with it, not knowing that there could have been something even better.
absolutely, absolutely. I remember one person said to me, not one person, actually, a lot of people have said this to me, because I said, oh, what do you do for a living? By the way, it's not easy to explain what we do. So I say, oh, I write a lot of digital marketing ads. I say, what's digital marketing? Okay, Facebook ads. For example, I'll say that, right? And then they'll go, oh, I tried advertising in Facebook. It didn't work. And I go, oh, which part of it? I only got 100 likes. And I went, oh, so they advertised to get likes. And I went, did you advertise your product? Did you want leads? Did you try to sell your services? Is that where you went? No, I created a post and then I paid to boost it. And I got some people liking it, but it didn't turn into sale. That's probably the most common thing I
The
hear
wrong
about.
goal, basically.
It's the wrong goal. Yeah,
Mm.
correct. And it's the way it was framed was, I did it once, right?
And it didn't
and
work.
and it didn't work, so I'm not gonna do it again, right? Okay, I can see it that, okay, you cut your losses and you stop. And that's the problem with a lot of business owners, because they're good at their, for example, I've even met um, builders that are doing their digital marketing, you know what I mean? And when they speak to me, Chrome, this is too hard, you know what I mean? I can't do this anymore. like they're big men crying on the phone. And I say to them, how about you do your thing? You're a builder. You're very good at that, right? And you leave this to us because that's what we do 24/7. You know what I mean? And having said that, that's the power of digital marketing. It's sharp. It's less fluff. You can literally tell, okay, I'm going to spend this money. I'm going to put this effort here, and it's going to come up here. It's going to end up here, and it's going to be good, or it's going to be bad. But you can turn off the bad immediately. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But there's another thing in what you said there before as well about how, they've tried it and it didn't work and it stopped there. Now, you and I have both made mistakes, in many areas in marketing in our early life, right? But the thing is, that's where the learning is. If you go back and revisit why it didn't work and then come up with something else, the next time, eventually you will find a winning formula. And that in essence is why I believe your experience counts so much, because you screwed up so many times that you now know what works and what doesn't work, right?
As much as it would pain me actually to admit that, yes, I have seen that, and I have been worked in campaigns where I thought it would work, but I was wrong, right? And the business owners and the marketing managers, when I was their juniors, or I was starting out, should I say, said it will work, and it didn't work, right? And I've seen, you see patterns of what makes things work and what make other ads or other marketing work. You know what I mean? And you avoid it. So I guess you're saying this, like, initially you do a lot of mistakes, or, okay, to start with, 6 years ago, when I started marketing, no one wanted to hire me, right? Because even though I had 10 years worth of marketing experience, I didn't have digital marketing experience, right? So I was forced seriously to build my own websites and use my own money, right? To advertise myself. And that point there, oh man, that was a steep learning curve. Not because I had to put my hours in there, but also I was watching my money burn, right? I had 2 campaigns, same product, just running 2. One campaign is just, I was throwing my money in the air, and the other was producing revenue, and I needed to find out what made one work and what made the other didn't work.
It was a baptism of fire.
Oh yes. And maybe that's one of the reasons that Marketing Samurais was called Marketing Samurais, because the samurais didn't become a samurais overnight. You know what I mean? They go through a process. They go through hard training, and then be accepted by their peers, and obviously their lord, which is their employer back then. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, I think that's main reason. And if you look at our, for example, logo, it's like a flower. It's almost like I think the cherry blossom flower, but it's red because we're samurais. That way. I think that's why we went that way, because marketing should be sharp. Yeah, marketing should be also straightforward. Yes, maybe it's not as straightforward, because most people that don't understand it will not see it as straightforward. But as a marketer, and I'm reporting to my client and going, okay, this is what happened. This is what we planned. This is the results. Very simple.
Yep.
Right. And the business owner should be able to understand you. That's another problem with digital marketing as well, by the way. Most people that understand digital marketing can't explain it in human terms. So I guess that's where we need to excel. Anyway, that's another topic on itself.
Well, thanks very much for that explanation, Krom. But there you go. That's why we're called the Marketing Samurais. Thank you very much for watching this episode again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.